I have something to say to you today. We are enabling government to literally save the planet. That is what ProductBio is going to be doing for a very long time. We have amassed the world's largest data set of how things were made. And with this ability, we're going to be using a data-driven approach to help every single city, school district, university buy more sustainably, automatically. That is the big mission. So that's what's fueling my co-founder and I every single day. The other thing that's fueling us is coffee, because you need a lot of it in a startup, working 24/7. So as I'm an ecologist from Berkeley, and I care a whole lot about the planet and how things were made, and I try and align my spending decisions with my values. It's really hard to do, though. How do you know how your coffee was cultivated, harvested, roasted, packaged, distributed, consumed, and disposed of? That information takes a lot of time, and let's face it, not everyone knows how, and they don't really have the time to do that. However, this is about to change. The law, via federal acquisition regulation, just got updated, and this means that 90,000 government organizations that are paid by tax money now have to figure out how to comply with something called EP3, Environmentally Preferable Purchasing Programs. That was mandated by this administrative regulation at the municipality level and the FAR at the federal government level. What this means is that every single time a city government or a school district or a university is trying to buy things, foods, goods, or services, they now have to check for environmental, social, and fiscal impacts behind the production of these things before they grant a supplier the contract. And so to give you an idea of what a city government buys, which, how many of you work for city governments here? And, oh good. And how many of you are involved in buying stuff? Okay, good, so I'm talking to you guys. So you're probably buying 2,000 different kinds of product categories. And when you're trying to ask yourself, I want to buy cement, but sustainable cement, what does that even mean? What does sustainable cement mean? And if you do manual research to figure that out, then you have to figure out which suppliers out there are manufacturing the foods, goods, or services, or cement in such a way that addresses what matters for sustainability. That's more manual research. And then, after you figure all that out, you now have to report to the mayor's office or the office of the president for compliance, because you're going to be audited on EP3 purchasing. And that takes time to collect the data retroactively just to show that you're compliant as well. So imagine that at scale for 2,000 product categories, not just coffee, but cement and paper and printer toner and paint and carpet at scale. They buy weird things like signposts and park benches and tires. So nobody knows what sustainability means for those, but there is consensus on the huge purchasing power that you guys have to make a difference. $1.5 trillion are spent each year in government procurement on foods, goods, and services. That is a huge opportunity to literally save the planet, which is what I promised I would let you know how you would actually accomplish that. And this is the universe of product data that people are currently going through, procurement directors have to go through to figure out different parts about how this product is made. Eco-labels are symbols of sustainable, but they don't have context. There's 450 of them globally. That also requires manual research. CSR reports are 50-page PDF documents that are really hard to read through, and a lot of it is greenwash. So it's really hard to piece that story back together as well. Material safety data sheets are highly technical and refer to some of the chemical compounds, but that's not informative about what actually matters. So this is the sort of data that's fragmented and siloed with not a lot of information coming out of that data. And at scale, the US government this year will be spending 900 million hours on manual processes just to comply with this new regulation. ProductBio is the big data company that's going to change all of that. In seconds, we're reading through all those data sources I talked about, piecing that supply chain story back together, kind of like a detective would a crime scene, from clues and evidence that we find out in the ether and contextualizing those into the product biographies of every single product in the world. Just as Google is able to index the world's web pages, we have been able to index the world's supply chains at scale. On top of this data set, we've built tools to enable our customer at a city government or a school district to actually do the job of sustainable procurement with 50 times the speed for 1/5 of the cost. That's unprecedented, and that is why we have city governments and school districts already using us. We have enterprise customers using us as well, because you guys are buying the same stuff. It's all printer paper, printing toner, carpet, paint, cement, and this is what's most exciting. It's the fact that we're being trusted already today with over $300 million of spend decisions at scale. So this is what we've accomplished with 2 people. And as of this week, we are venture-backed and onboarding 10 additional people. We have a team of former PhD data scientists, ecologists from UC Berkeley, Cambridge, UCSD, with extensive enterprise IT experience in both Fortune 500s and in government contract work. So we're able to, if we can do that for $300 million today, imagine what we can do over the next few years. Today, our tool can help your city government, school district, university analyze all the purchase orders that you've made. Figure out where in there you can actually replace products, services, for ones that will make you more compliant for environmental, social, and fiscal impact. And so I told you I was going to show you how government can help save the planet, literally, and that's what we're doing. Sustainability is here to stay. Yesterday it was recycling programs. Today it's procurement laws. Tomorrow there will be a carbon tax. And so ProductBio is ready to help you make those decisions as we transition into the sustainable economy. And that's why government can literally save the planet. Thanks a lot.